Okay, welcome back. After finishing Highway 17, now we are doing SandTraps. We still have a fair amount of driving to do. This is not a particularly difficult chapter. There's one sticky spot near the end. This does have some tedious areas, though. So this one might be kind of a longer one. Might even be longer than Highway 17. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so lately... Oh, let's clear these guys out. One thing that's been going on that I've been trying to pay attention to is the FIFA Women's World Cup. I do like Women's World Cup action. I'm not sure what the point of all that was. Ammunition refilled. But the Women's World Cup, I normally don't cheer for Team USA because they kind of had too big of a head start on much of the world when it comes to women's soccer. But it's kind of not fair. They weren't really playing women's soccer in much of Europe and Africa, Asia, the way they were in the United States. So I feel like the United States, you know, with the collegiate programs in Title IX, they had kind of a large head start on the rest of the world. But it does look like some of the world is catching up. The Japanese women in particular have become really tremendous at international football. In fact, when I was a kid, I always remember hearing about how the Japanese had gotten really good at baseball. And that was true. Of course, the story was that the Japanese... That is cool how there's a couple graves here, as though the original occupants of the guardhouse, you know, maybe were raided and had to bury a couple of their own or got sick or something. But the Japanese had never heard or seen baseball until they were occupied post-World War II. They learned baseball from the Americans that, you know, were there and occupying and playing. And they took to the game very quickly. They got very good at it. They mastered it. They're much better than we are. It did not take them long to get good at it. One film I like to watch every once and again is Mr. Baseball. You know, the film where Tom Selleck is a baseball player who gets sent to the it's still locked. He gets sent to the Japanese league, the Nippon League, and he's not happy about it. I think a couple of those glowing spheres that you have to throw into the water are up here somewhere. There they are. I think they'll smash through the ceiling after you. But it's just so funny in the way that the Nippon League is, you know, the Japanese baseball league is treated in the 1980s, when in fact in the film Mr. Baseball, when in fact the Japanese baseball league probably by the 1980s was superior to American baseball, Major League Baseball. That much is debatable, but I don't think it's for debate now. Nowadays, the Nippon League is much more fun to watch, and, you know, the managers, in my opinion, the Japanese baseball managers, from what I've seen, they're better than the American managers. They do a much better job managing the game. You see a lot of very classic baseball manager moves being made. Oh, I missed. Well, I don't think it's coming back. But just as the Japanese took to baseball so quickly, it did not take them long to learn and master the game. So too have the Japanese quite more recently mastered soccer, you know, football. It's astonishing. I'm not exactly sure when they culturally, consciously made the decision to embrace soccer, especially after being in love with baseball for so long. But, you know, they made their first World Cup appearance in 1998. Had a decent match against Argentina where they only lost 1-0. They got their first goal against the Jamaicans in a 2-1 loss. 2002, they co-hosted, and they have not looked back. They've already gotten wins over powerhouse teams like Spain and Germany. So the Japanese, you know, just as quickly as they mastered baseball, only took them about 30 years. So too have they, in 30 years, mastered soccer. And now they're women who've already won the Women's World Cup. Can't remember when they won it, maybe 2011 or I think it was 2015. But based on what I've seen, this World Cup, it looks like the Japanese women will probably win. Not the best view or show off of the graphics, but again, I know I've complimented the game on the sound design. I did it during the Black Mesa East chapter. I mean, just listen to like the crashing of the waves. If you have like a set of really nice headphones, I'm wearing some Razer Krakens. I mean, you can really hear like, you know, the wind whistling, the seagulls, the waves crashing. Very rhythmic. It's very ASMR before ASMR was a thing. And just getting back to what I was saying about women's soccer, something that has certainly kind of spurred on the growth of it has been that nowadays, like, just as there were men's clubs in like Barcelona, Madrid, England, of course, with like, Manchester United. Now they have women's. It's not just the men's, they have like a women's version of the Barcelona team, and that's certainly done a lot to help women's soccer grow. Although, admittedly, as I do watch at least the highlights of some of these women's World Cup matches, it is unfortunately very evident that there's sort of a very wide gulf in class. Like, some teams like, Spain and Germany and Japan, or maybe not the Germans, but Spain, Japan, the United States. Come on. Some of the other countries, like Panama, the Philippines, Vietnam, that are playing the Women's World Cup, I mean, they just make so many clumsy mistakes that it can be a bit hard to watch at times. And another reason why I'm not cheering for the U.S. women's national team I am not at all pleased with Megan Rapinoe, and I really don't mean to make it political, but you know, it's Alexi Lawless had a great point the other day. He said something to the effect of, dropping off reinforcements. Whoa. Here they come. But Megan Rapinoe, who's only a sub on the team, or before I even get into her comments, Alexi Lawless on his podcast, State of the Union, not a huge Alexi Lawless fan, but he did have a really interesting point that the U.S. women's national team has not shined in this World Cup, this Women's World Cup. And as a result, it's, you know, especially if they get knocked out. They have the Swedes in the round of 16. That match is tonight. I won't be able to watch it. And then if they get past them, they'll have to get past the Japanese women. Should they get beaten by either the Swedes or the Japanese, especially if they were badly outplayed, then it would take them down a peg in terms of relevancy. And I agree with that take. And it would be, honestly, the best thing for them to get away from, you know, politics and to just focus on, you know, being a good team. And it is true, they really haven't looked all that great. Lacked some finishing quality against the Dutch. Only managed to draw against the Dutch. Also lacked finishing quality against the... see, and then I believe the other battery is up there. Come on. Who was the other team? They only managed a meager 1-0 win. In either case, I would like to see the U.S. women's team. They've really alienated a lot of fans with, you know, straying too deeply into politics. Politics of one brand, mind you. Like, you don't, they don't weigh in on, they only weigh in on convenient issues, you know, low-hanging fruit, if you will. Megan Rapinoe, though, I was in general, I was absolutely appalled that at her, she believed that, she made a remark that she wanted to see biological men start taking the spot of women on the U.S. women's national team, and that is a bridge too far. Why on earth would you advocate for that? You know, this is her last hurrah with the U.S. women's national team. Yeah, she's not even a starter, she's a substitute. And she's basically trying to burn the bridge on her way out the door. Like, you know, the U.S. women's national team has been so good to her for years, and now she wants to say, no, now we should start having men taking women's spots on the team? Absolutely not. Forget it. What kind of message does that send? So I won't apologize for wishing ill on the U.S. women's national team. Ill and embarrassment. Again, I agree with Lawless. Let's focus on soccer and leave all that other stuff for the birds. It doesn't help grow the game. It attracts negative attention. Okay, so we're coming up to the point where we no longer need the car.
Hey, over here! You made it! We're picking up radio chatter. They're looking for your car. Get your car in the garage. Okay, Doc. You'll have to go on foot from here. There's a secret path along the cliffside, but no one's going anywhere until we fight off this attack. Having you here to fight alongside us is going to make a big difference for morale. Oh, crap. Here come the dropships.
Now, normally, I hide out in there and just kind of pick them off from the balcony. That's kind of a cheap way of doing it, though, so we are going to actually hang out with our brethren here, our fellow rebels, with their lame-looking Lambda armbands. Let's see, where are they getting dropped off? I don't... There they are. Okay, we took out all the combine, so let's raid for some goodies. And this nook up here is where I usually hide and pick off the combine. It makes for great shelter, but I didn't do it this time. So now I have to go into the lighthouse to get the rockets and take out the gunship. Actually, I think I'll use what rockets I have for range.
This way, Dr. Freeman. We'll take the cliff path before another gunship finds us. All right, Dr. Freeman. Come with me before another one comes.
If another one comes, I'll just shoot that one down too, bro. I've also been watching a lot of Major League Soccer, and I have been absolutely
right along there.
Enjoying it.
Watch your step. Ow! I'm hurt. The MLS Season Pass with Apple, and I have been really enjoying it.
See, what's kind of bothered me, I really have a hard time watching NFL football these days. The game has just gotten so oversaturated with commercials. It is unwatchable. And the part that has me just shaking my head is that, so they do sell like the NFL Sunday ticket package. It's almost $300, and you still have to sit through the commercials. If you're going to pay $300 for the NFL quote-unquote Sunday ticket package, you should be able to, it should be just like, you know, shots around the stadium, the fan cam, you know, the mascot dancing, the cheerleaders, everything that's going on. You should feel like you're there at the game.
Hold still, Laszlo. Someone's coming. You there! Stop where you are! Stay on the rocks! Don't step on the sand. It makes the antlions crazy. Laszlo, don't move. No. Help! Dear God. Poor Laszlo. The finest mind of his generation. To come to such an end. We were heading for the Vortigaunt camp, hoping to pick up some bug baits so these damn things would leave us alone. But without Laszlo, what's the point? I know you tried to help. I'll stay with him a while. There's something I have to do. Go ahead. I hope you have better luck than we had.
So this is where SandTraps truly begins. And this is
Remember
another...
to stay off the sand. The antlions are edgy right now.
This is another section of the game that wants you to be very liberal with the gravity gun. But what I like about MLS is, one, well, as with, you know, soccer in general, there's no commercial break except at halftime. It's almost like that game you play when you're a kid, you know, the floor is lava. There is an actual game like that. I think my niece got it, and me and my kids were playing it with her. It was really fun. I want that suit power up. Come to Butthead. There we go. You're basically making a walking bridge. It's very easy to screw up and panic. Remember, if you do screw up and panic, just stay off the sand. Just get back onto the rocky parts as quickly as you can. Whoa. So this isn't as fatal as the trestle from Highway 17. That, you fall, you die. Here, you fall. It's not the end of the world. I love the sound of the cicadas and June bugs or whatever those are supposed to be. That is what you want to avoid. That's the consequence for falling. So this is obviously not a perfect playthrough of SandTraps. So we need to find a way to get to the high ground. Obviously it's something to do with this right here. Probably just needed to stack some boxes. I think what the game wants you to do is to do your basic, fulcrum, weight, whatever. But instead of doing that, we're just gonna stack them and climb the stack. Oops. Or we're gonna make a run for it. Ugh, sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. At last, some magnum ammo. I was beginning to wonder if that stuff was ever going to find anymore. I want the first aid kits that are in there. Whoops. There we go. Oh, where'd they go? It is a bit tedious, but it's not the least enjoyable puzzle. This one's okay. Like I said, it's kind of fun because it's kind of childish. Ah, there we go. If that's suit power, maybe I'll... Oops, no. It is suit power. Let's see, can I make that jump? Or I think I'm supposed to go up that way. We're gonna try and make the jump, though. I don't think I can make it. Nope. Oh, okay, now I got the quote-unquote thumper working. That's what drives the antlions away. Uh-oh. Very nice. Full suit power. I am a little tight on shotgun ammo. Full health. And I should just make a break for the thumper. Since I know they won't come near it. Alright, so this was not the cleanest playthrough of SandTraps, particularly on the part where we're actively trying to avoid the sand and avoid the antlions. Okay, but coming up now, we have the boss battle against the queen antlion. So this part is easy to die. So we're gonna hope for the best. She won't spawn until we come out. Okay. We used up all of our power weapons. I never used that, well, there's one replacement, but I never used that secondary fire.
The free man must follow.
The submachine gun secondary fire launches a...
The free man will do wise to heed our extraction of the myrmidon's aromatic pteropods. The process is not entirely hygienic, therefore stand aside. The Freeman will have need of these pheropods on the paths ahead. Gather them now.
And finally, we see Gordon Freeman's hands. But the secondary trigger on the SMG launches a grenade, just like in the original Half-Life 2. I never use it though, even though it is extremely useful.
The Freeman must excuse us. It is rude of us to commune by flux shifting in front of those whose vocal inputs are impaired. Yes, we'll vocalize in your auditory language as a matter of courtesy. Unless we wish to say unflattering things about you. Just so.
Get going, Dr. Freeman. Nova Prospekt is just ahead.
The Freeman honors us by his presence. Follow, Freeman. The Freeman will now be instructed in the use of theropods. Attend now and learn to shepherd antlions with the so-called bug bait. The Freeman will now break out his theropod and toss one into yonder pit. The Freeman has done well. The Freeman can also coax his antlions to attack specific targets. Observe the training mannequin and mark it well with another theropod. The Freeman again excels in all tasks. Now, attend well. Apply pressure to your theropod to signal the antlions in your command to follow you. The Freeman shows his excellence in all things. And now, this one must bid the Freeman farewell. Nova Prospekt lies just beyond. Remember well what you have learned here. The Eli Vance has greatest confidence in you.
Okay, so we're still in SandTraps? I thought we might have... Okay, so now we want to actually be disabling thumpers. Otherwise the antlions can't help you. Whoops.
Priority warning. Outland Stabilization Force 6 Nova Prospekt. Perimeter restrictors disengaged. Priority warning. Perimeter restrictors disengaged. Priority warning. Perimeter restrictors disengaged. All stabilization delegates move to incursion hardpoint immediately.
Another great music cue. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, sounds like man hats. They held out longer than I thought they would. The antlions, I mean, you just get perpetual control over them. It is a bit OP and unfair, but...
Alert. Contact status 0 with Land Fleet Intercept Team. Possible anti-system 1 interception. All Nova Prospekt stabilization delegates. Hard point.
And if you haven't noticed, after we killed the queen ant lion, the transition from day to night, like it's getting darker. Highway 17, you know, it was bright, it was morning, now it's dark. Ravenholm was dark. So we got a couple of it's like a couple of days have passed.
Contain exogen incursion.
We want to win the race to that bunker. And yes, it's nice having the antlions around, not just to, you know, help you attack and help you defend, but also to draw some of the fire. He was in the way. Yikes. That was close. Okay, I believe we just have a gunship battle and then we are in Nova Prospekt. Does that take care of all the watchtowers?
Overwatch acknowledges critical execution. Airwatch augmentation
think here's where the antlions abandoned me.
Hold for reinforcements. Priority alert.
Now, quick
Nova
stupid valve
Prospekt
puzzle.
oxygen
To
leak.
quote Duke Nukem, I
Perimeter
hate valve
communication
puzzles.
status 0. Internal stabilization team. Deploy sterilizers in suspected infection blocks A5, A7, B2.
And here we are, Nova Prospekt. That should be the end of the chapter. Kind of a long one. Yep, Nova Prospekt. Could have made it here with a little more suit power. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and stop here. Next time we play, we'll be doing Nova Prospekt.